always left the hallway lamp on for me. Whenever I was coming home past 9, a small yellow square of somebody expecting, somebody who was waiting up in mind. The first night after you moved out that autumn, I came home and the house was fully dark. Now I turn it on myself before I leave here, so that when I come back the house looks warm. But it's not the same thing lighting your own hallway, not the same as someone thinking of your drive. It's a good impression of being cared for, a small performance for an empty room. And every single night I flip that switch on, I'm remembering the light you left on. My sister says I should just get a timer, something automatic so I don't forget. I told her that the forgetting isn't the problem. The problem is remembering too well. The first night after you moved out that autumn, I came home and the house was fully dark. Now I turn it on myself before I leave here, so that when I come back the house looks warm. But it's not the same thing lighting your own hallway, not the same as someone thinking of your drive. It's a good impression of being cared for, a small performance for an empty room. And every single night I flip that switch on, I'm remembering the light you left on. I hope somebody leaves a light on for you, wherever you are living now these days. I hope you come home late to yellow windows, and someone half awake who says hello. Now I turn it on myself before I leave here, so that when I come back the house looks warm. But it's not the same thing lighting your own hallway, not the same as someone thinking of your drive. It's a good impression of being cared for, a small performance for an empty room. And every single night I flip that switch on, I'm remembering the light you left on. A yellow square in the hallway, turning it on myself now. The light you left on. batteries and string, a small brass thing that opens someone's front door. Somewhere across the city where you live, you asked for it politely in a message. I said I'd mail it out that afternoon. That was 14 months ago this April, and the envelope is still there, half addressed. I've moved it twice from drawer to drawer since then now, like relocating something I can't name. It doesn't open anything that's mine now. You changed the locks the summer after that, but somehow I can't drop it in the mailbox. The key I never returned. I know you probably haven't thought about it. I know it means 100 times more here than it ever could to someone who's moved forward into a life that doesn't hold my name. You asked for it politely in a message. I said I'd mail it out that afternoon. That was 14 months ago this April, and the envelope is still there, half addressed. I've moved it twice from drawer to drawer since then now, like relocating something I can't name. It doesn't open anything that's mine now. You changed the locks the summer after that, but somehow I can't drop it in the mailbox. The key I never returned. Maybe it's not the door that I'm still holding. Maybe it's the version of the year when walking through that door was just a Tuesday, and nothing had to be explained at all. That was 14 months ago this April, and the envelope is still there, half addressed. I've moved it twice from drawer to drawer since then now, like relocating something I can't name. It doesn't open anything that's mine now. You changed the locks the summer after that, but somehow I can't drop it in the mailbox. The key I never returned. The envelope half addressed, the brass still in the drawer. The key I never returned. words, you said it like it meant something. At the door in the morning, in the dark, a whole sentence folded into two small syllables, the sound of being known by someone else. Then somewhere in the last few months of us there, it slowly disappeared from how you spoke. It became hey, and you, and can you get this? Never once the thing my mother chose for me. I noticed it in October at a dinner, when you introduced me as my job instead. And something in my chest went quiet, knowing that the intimacy had already gone. Before the boxes and the papers and the leaving, you stopped saying my name. I said yours more the closer we got to ending, like I could hold the closeness with a word. But love is not a thing you can insist on, and I was talking to somebody gone. Then somewhere in the last few months of us there, it slowly disappeared from how you spoke. It became hey, and you, and can you get this? And never once the thing my mother chose for me. I noticed it in October at a dinner, when you introduced me as my job instead. And something in my chest went quiet, knowing that the intimacy had already gone. Before the boxes and the papers and the leaving, you stopped saying my name. There are 1,000 ways a person leaves you, and most of them arrive long before the door. I should have known the ending was already written in the smallest thing you dropped. It became hey, and you, and can you get this? And never once the thing my mother chose for me. I noticed it in October at a dinner, when you introduced me as my job instead. Something in my chest went quiet, knowing that the intimacy had already gone. Before the boxes and the papers and the leaving, you stopped saying my name. Just hey, and you, never the word itself. You stopped saying my name. I was driving to the hardware store on Sunday, thinking about a shelf I had to fix. And then those opening 4 notes came through the speaker, and I had to pull into the parking lot. 3 years and it still takes me by the throat here. 3 years and I still know every word. I sat there with the engine running quiet, both hands still gripping onto the wheel, and let it play the whole way through the ending. Not skipping, not turning down the sound, because for 3.5 minutes in a Toyota, you were sitting in the seat right next to me, singing badly and completely without shame there, our song on the radio. The DJ said the band is touring again now, somewhere in the fall across the coast. I thought about the concert that we planned once and never got around to buying tickets for. 3 years and it still takes me by the throat here. 3 years and I still know every word. I sat there with the engine running quiet, both hands still gripping onto the wheel, and let it play the whole way through the ending. Not skipping, not turning down the sound, because for 3.5 minutes in a Toyota, you were sitting in the seat right next to me, singing badly and completely without shame there, our song on the radio. I hope that when it finds you out there somewhere, in a store, driving home from work at night, you get the good part of it, not the ending. You get the two of us before it broke. I sat there with the engine running quiet, both hands still gripping onto the wheel, and let it play the whole way through the ending. Not skipping, not turning down the sound, because for 3.5 minutes in a Toyota, you were sitting in the seat right next to me, singing badly and completely without shame there, our song on the radio. Engine running in the parking lot, You in the sea beside me, our song on the radio. You asked me to be there the night it mattered. The hospital, the phone call from your mom. And I was somewhere doing something smaller, something I convinced myself was more. You never brought it up again after that, but something in your eyes had rearranged. I've apologized in every way I know how, in letters and in flowers and in words. But some things can't be undone by an apology. Some absences become a kind of fact. You needed one thing from me in 10 years there, and I was busy proving something else. And I will carry it for as long as I am living. I let you down. You forgave me out loud, but not completely. And honestly, I wouldn't have either, because forgiveness is a thing you say sometimes, while the hurt is doing quiet work inside. You never brought it up again after that, but something in your eyes had rearranged. I've apologized in every way I know how, in letters and in flowers and in words. But some things can't be undone by an apology. Some absences become a kind of fact. You needed one thing from me in 10 years there, and I was busy proving something else. And I will carry it for as long as I am living. I let you down. If I could take one moment back completely, not the arguments, not the careless things, it would be that night, the phone call in the evening, and me choosing anything but you. I've apologized in every way I know how, in letters and in flowers and in words. But some things can't be undone by an apology. Some absences become a kind of fact. You needed one thing from me in 10 years there, and I was busy proving something I wasn't there. I let you down. Somebody asked me at a party recently what happened between the two of us back then. And I found myself defending what we had once, before I got around to how it ends. Because the ending isn't all of it that mattered. The ending is just where the story stopped. We were the couple everybody envied, the ones who made it look like it was easy. We finished sentences and shared one dessert, and people used to say they wanted ours. I don't want that erased by how it finished. I don't want the last year to be over. There were 6 good years before the 2 bad ones. We were good ones. It's strange how endings rewrite what came before them. How one bad chapter recolors the book. But I refuse to let the final year decide it. I refuse to say it never was. Because the ending isn't all of it that mattered. The ending is just where the story stops. We were the couple everybody envied, the ones who made it look like it was easy. We finished sentences and shared one dessert, and people used to say they wanted ours. I don't want that erased by how it finished. I don't want the last year to be all. There were 6 good years before the 2 bad ones. We were good ones. I hope that when you tell the story somewhere, you give the good years the room they deserve. I hope you don't reduce us to the wreckage. I hope you say we had it for a while. We were the couple everybody envied, the ones who made it look like it was easy. We finished sentences and shared one dessert, and people used to say they wanted ours. I don't want that erased by how it finished. I don't want the last year to be all. There were 6 good the two bad ones, we were good ones. 6 good years before the two bad ones, we were good ones. It's the heat that does it more than any calendar. The particular thick air of late July, turning into something heavier by Sunday. The way the evenings hold their light too long. My body knows the season before I do. It starts to brace for something in the chest. That was the summer, everything was perfect. Before we knew that it was going to end. The lake, the borrowed car, the terrible motel room, the way we laughed until we couldn't breathe. I've had 11 Augusts since that one there, and not a single one has come close yet. So every year the heat arrives and finds me. Every August I remember. My wife asks why I get so quiet, and sometimes when the summer starts to turn its corner, I tell her that the heat has always tired me, and she nods and doesn't press the point. My body knows the season before I do. It starts to brace for something in the chest. That was the summer, everything was perfect. Before we knew that it was going to end. The lake, the borrowed car, the terrible motel room, the way we laughed until we couldn't breathe. I've had 11 Augusts since that one there, and not a single one has come close yet. So every year the heat arrives and finds me. Every August I remember. It's not that I would trade the life I've built now. It's not that I want anything to change. It's just that certain months hold certain people, and August has been yours for all these years. That was the summer, everything was perfect. Before we knew that it was going to end. The lake, the borrowed car, the terrible motel room, the way we laughed until we couldn't breathe. I've had 11 August Every August I remember the lake, the borrowed car, the heat arriving again. Every August I remember. I've been going back through last year in my memory, trying to find the day that it began. And I keep landing somewhere in the springtime, long before you ever said the words. You still made dinner, still said goodnight nightly, but something underneath had left the room. You'd stopped asking me about my day by summer. You'd stopped telling me the small things that annoyed you, the complaints, the stories from the office, the little running commentary of the life. Those are the things that mean somebody's with you. And they went silent months before the end. By the time you finally said that it was over, you were already gone. Keep thinking that if I had noticed sooner, if I'd said what's happening in April, not December, maybe there'd have been something left to work with. Maybe we'd have caught it while it breathed. You still made dinner, still said goodnight nightly, but something underneath had left the room. You'd stopped asking me about my day by summer. You'd stop telling me the small things that annoyed you, the complaints, the stories from the office, the little running commentary of the life. Those are the things that mean somebody's with you. And they went silent months before the end. By the time you finally said that it was over, you were already gone. Next time I will pay attention to the small things. Next time I'll notice when the stories stop, because that's where it happens, not the big fights. That's where somebody quietly departs. You'd stopped asking me about my day by summer. You'd stopped telling me the small things that annoyed you, the complaints, the stories from the office, the little running commentary of life. Those are the things that mean somebody's with you. And they went silent months before the end. By the time you finally said that it was over, you were already gone. The story stopped in summer, months before the words, you were already gone. it open, face down and split across page 94. A paperback about a family in Ireland, that you were halfway through the week you left. I've never moved and never closed the pages, never even dusted around the spine. I read the rest of it one night in winter, sitting in your chair with all the lights on, just so I would know how it turned out for you, just so one of us could see it through. It wasn't even good, it wasn't worth it. The ending was predictable and thin, but I finished it because you couldn't finish the book you never finished. It's still there face down open on the nightstand, because putting it away would mean it's done. And I'm not ready for the drawer or for the shelf yet. I'm not ready for the room to be just mine. I've never moved and never closed the pages, never even dusted around the spine. I read the rest of it one night in winter, sitting in your chair with all the lights on, just so I would know how it turned out for you, just so one of us could see it through. It wasn't even good, it wasn't worth it. The ending was predictable and thin, but I finished it because you couldn't finish the book you never finished. There are so many things you left in progress, so many sentences that stopped halfway, and I've been quietly completing all of them, like it might somehow keep you in the house. I read the rest of it one night in winter, sitting in your chair with all the lights on, just so I would know how it turned out for you, just so one of us could see it through. It wasn't even good, it wasn't worth it. The ending was predictable and thin, but I finished it because you couldn't finish the book you never finished. Face down on the nightstand, split at page 94. The book you never finished. There was a particular rhythm to your walking, heavier on the left, a slight uneven beat. I could tell your mood before you turned the corner, just from how the floorboards took your weight. 11 years of learning someone's footsteps, and then one day the hallway just goes quiet. The dog still lifts his head at 7:30, the hour when you always used to come. He stares down at the hallway for a moment, then puts his head back down and lets it go. And I do the same exact thing every evening. Both of us still listen for a sound, two creatures waiting on the same old rhythm. Your footsteps in the hall. I've read that dogs can hold a man for years The dog still lifts his head at 7:30, the hour when you always used to come. He stares down at the hallway for a moment, then puts his head back down and lets it go. And I do the same exact thing every evening, both of us still listening for a sound. Two creatures waiting on the same old river, your footsteps in the hall. Someday you'll stop doing it, I imagine. Someday the 7 o'clock hour will pass unmarked, and I don't know if I'll be relieved or heartbroken when even he has finally let you go. The dog still lifts his head at 7:30, the hour when you always used to come. He stares down at the hallway for a moment, then puts his head back down and lets it go. And I do the same exact thing every evening, both of us still listening for a sound. Two creatures waiting on the same old rhythm, your footsteps in the hall. The dog at 7:30, both of us still listening, your footsteps in the hall. People always want a reason when you tell them. They want the affair, the fight, the moving out. They want a villain or a moment they can point at, something that explains it in one line. And I don't have that, I've never had that story. I've only got the truth, which isn't clean. Nobody cheated, nobody was cruel there. We didn't fight, we didn't scream or slam. We just slowly became two people living politely in the same set of rooms. And one day over breakfast in the kitchen, you said, I think we're finished, and I knew there was no injury, no wound, no fracture, nothing broke it, just ended. My mother keeps on asking what went wrong there, convinced there's something I'm not telling her. And I keep saying nothing went wrong exactly, and watching her decide I must be lying. And I don't have that, I've never had that story. I've only got the truth, which isn't clean. Nobody cheated, nobody was cruel there. We didn't fight, we didn't scream or slam. We just slowly became two people living politely in same set of rooms. And one day over breakfast in the kitchen, you said, I think we're finished. And I knew there was no injury, no wound, no fracture. Nothing broke it, just ended. Maybe that's the hardest kind of ending, because there's nothing you can fix or blame. Just two people who ran out of whatever kept them wanting to be in the room. Nobody cheated, nobody was cruel there. We didn't fight, we didn't scream or slam. We just slowly became two people living politely in the same set of rooms. And one day over breakfast in the kitchen, you said, I think we're finished. And I knew there was no injury, no wound, no fracture. Nothing broke it, just ended. No villain and no moment, just breakfast and the truth. Nothing broke it, just ended. I was there for 8 years, but not really. Physically home and mentally elsewhere, chasing something I convinced myself was urgent, while the actual thing was sitting in a chair. And then you told me you were leaving in the spring there, and suddenly I saw you clear as day. I became the man you'd asked for in about a week then. I cooked, I listened, I put down the phone. I did all the things you'd been requesting for 8 years there, compressed into the month before you went. And you just looked at me with something close to sadness, because you'd already grieved this and moved on. The timing was the only thing that mattered, and I loved you too late. You said you didn't doubt I meant it truly. You said you knew the change was real and good. You just said you'd already done the leaving. Somewhere in the years I wasn't there. And then you told me you were leaving in the spring there, and suddenly I saw you clear as day. listened, I put down the phone. I did all the things you'd been requesting for 8 years there, compressed into the month before you went. And you just looked at me with something close to sadness, because you'd already grieved this and moved on. The timing was the only thing that mattered, and I loved you too late. Love isn't only whether that you feel it, it's whether that you show it while there's time. And I had all the feeling in the world there, and used it up a season after you. I became the man you'd asked for in about a week then. I cooked, I listened, I put down the phone. I did all the things you'd been requesting for 8 years there, compressed into the month before you went. And you just looked at me with something close to sadness, because you'd already grieved this and moved on. The timing was the only thing that mattered, and I loved you too late. The right man 1 month late. Everything you'd asked for, I loved you too